created by Mrs. Clark's third grade class, September 2009.
The girl is moving. A fancy word for moving is dancing.
I jump in my car. A fancy word for jump is bounce.
The girl is singing. Singing is a fancy word for singing is rendering.
A girl went to the car. A fancy word for one is dashed.
The boy is playing soccer. A fancy word for playing is exercising.
The girl is running down the road. A fancy word for running is speeding.
The boy is jumping. A fancy word for jumping is hopping.
The boy kicks the ball. The fancy word for kick is punt. The boy is skateboarding. A fancy word for skateboarding is gliding.
The boy is making a new club. A fancy word for making is establishing.
I go in circles. A fancy word for going in circles is twirling.
I jump in my bed. A fancy word for jump is launch. I was skipping. A fancy name for skipping is frolicking. The boy is jumping down the sidewalk. The fancy word for jumping is leaping.
I can jump rope. A fancy word for jump is hopping.
The boy is swimming. The fancy word for swimming is snorkeling.
Thank you for watching our show. A fancy word for watching is viewing.